Okay, in this video we're going to take you step by step how to create a video email. So the first thing that we need to do is launch the My Video Designer. All we have to do is click on this link and it's going to open up a new window or a new tab depending on how you have your browser set up. And first thing that you see is by default the video list. Now if you've never created a video, if this is your first time, then this list right here will be blank. Not to worry though. What we're going to do from here is we're going to click on the record menu up above. And it's going to bring up the Adobe Flash Player settings. What we have to do here is tell Adobe that we want it to access the camera as we're using Adobe Flash with our system. So what you see here is the camera tab. What we want to do is click on the second tab from the left and click the Allow button. Now the Allow button is going to access and turn on the camera. Should your video not pop up though, what you want to do is go back to the camera tab and choose through the different drivers that you see here. Now, give it a couple seconds between each driver because sometimes depending on how powerful your computer is, it might take a little bit longer to access the camera. So if it doesn't show up, you simply select the next driver, select the next driver, select the next driver, and just give it a couple seconds to allow it to turn on. And then you can see here I just selected the correct driver and it took probably a good 2, maybe even 3 seconds to actually turn the video camera on. So you got to give it just a little bit of time. Once you have your video up and you're ready to go, you just click the close button and you're now ready to record. Hey everybody. So from here all you have to do, and again this is very simple, very straightforward, is click the record button right down here in the lower left hand corner. And when you do that, it's going to give you a 5-second countdown. And that 5-second countdown allows you to prepare, make sure you're looking at the camera, make sure you look good. And once the 5-second countdown is gone, then you can see that we are recording. In the upper left-hand corner, it flashes the word recording. And so now you can simply say what it is that you want to say, put your message out there. Once you're done with that, then you can click the stop button. Now, let's say you didn't really like that run. Let's say there were some things that you forgot to say and you wanted to include them. All you have to do is click the record button once again. It'll give you the countdown and you can redo your message. It doesn't actually save it to our servers until you actually put a title and description in there and click the save button. So as you can see, we're recording again right now, and we also have another option here. Which is the pause option, and this could be used for a number of different things. We've had some reps out there in the field. We even have some of our leaders out there in the field doing some tips and tricks with this pause button, which is a lot of fun. So people are having some good times with it. But let's say all of a sudden the phone rings or the kids run into the room and it gets really loud. All you have to do is hit the pause button and it'll pause your recording, and then you can go ahead and resume that once everything is okay. Hopefully you remember where you left off. So go ahead and click the resume button. Now you're recording again, and when you're done you can go ahead and stop it. And let's say you're happy with this take, you're ready to go. All you have to do is come over here and put a title in, put a description in, and the description is optional. And there are a lot of different ways to use the description. But it is optional. And then once you're done with that, all you have to do is click Save to Library. So once you click Save to Library, it gives you a new box here that says Success. You have saved your video to the library. To send your message, please complete the following form. So when we click OK, it brings up a form that looks exactly like what you would see in a email application or a web-based application that you use to send email. You have the place for your address, you have the place for your subject. A little bit different with the fact that we give you the ability to select a template, whether it be a template you created, our default template, or a pre-existing template, or even a pre-existing template that you've cloned with our cloning technology. Then you also have the editor down below, text editor, which allows you to have some power over the look and feel of the text that you might put in here. And obviously we're not going to put a whole lot of text in here because of the fact that it is a video email, so we don't want to defeat the purpose. But you do have the ability to put some text in here. And so let's go ahead and go through that before we get too much further, and I'll show you a couple other things before we're done. So I'm just going to go ahead and put my email address in here. Okay, And we can put multiple email addresses in here simply separated by a comma. We don't even need comma space. As long as you put a comma in there, you can put multiple email addresses and it will go ahead and send it out to each one of those email addresses at the same time. Now the next thing that you see here is the subject line. The subject line is something that will show up right above the image to the right. And if you've seen a template or a video email already, you know that there is an image that sits over there to the right, and this subject line sits right above it. So you have to be mindful of a couple of things when you're creating a video email. Number one, what template are you using and what color is that template? Because if you, by default, type this subject in here, the text is black, and if you don't change that, because your template is say black, then or a darker blue, or some type of dark color, it's not going to show up too well. So you just want to kind of keep those things in mind as you're going through this process. So let's just put a subject line in here, and then I'll show you where that subject shows up when we go view this video email. Alright, so we have again several different templates to actually choose from. We have our default template, and then we have a lot of templates in here that are pre-existing templates that we've created for you to be able to just be up and running very quickly. Go ahead and use those. You can actually even clone those templates and maybe change some of the look and feel. Maybe you'll really like the banner and the image, but not necessarily the background color. Or you love the background color and you love the image, but not necessarily the banner. We give you the ability to change those pre-existing templates around. So let's go ahead and just use the default one for now. And we're going to go in here and we're just going to put a little bit of text in here as well. And you can just show off the fact that you can change the font. So whatever font you want to use. I like Times New Roman. You can change the size. So if you want to make it very large, if it's just one piece of text like this, you can make it very large so people can read it. You can bold, you can italicize, you can underline it. You can choose another color if you want. You can actually take this and make it a green if you want. Let's go ahead and click off of it so you can see it. So now it's green. So we have a color palette built right in, and you also have the left, right, and center justified as well that you can choose from. So we'll just go ahead and center justify this, and again you see that it's green. So from here, you have a couple of choices. Now, we've already put an email address in here. We can simply hit the send button, and we're going to send this video email exactly how it looks with the default template and this title one and the banner and the image that was already pre-existing for this default template. So if we hit send mail, then it's gonna send. We'll be able to see that. Now, we also have another option though. The other option is the get link option. Now the get link option allows us to copy and paste this link to this video email into anything that we want. You could put it in a text editor for a text document for later use. You could put it into Facebook, you can put it into Twitter, you can put it into LinkedIn, you can put it on YouTube, wherever it is that you want to put it. You can throw it into a chat box. Maybe you're chatting with somebody and you want to show them this video email, you can actually put that in there. There's all kinds of things that you can do with it. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to show you that right now. I just clicked on generate link, clicked on copy to clipboard. I'm going to close it now, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here and I'm going to open up a new tab. And when I open up that new tab, I'm just going to simply paste the link that we copied to the clipboard in here and click enter. And when we do that, you're going to see the default template or servers until you actually put a title and description in there. Okay. You also see the subject line up here at the top that I told you when we type in the subject, it's going to end up over the image to the right. Okay, and then we also see the green text down here from our text editor. And again, green's not really the best color to use, but I wanted to show you this so that way you could see the differences. Now, this background was gray, and again, as I mentioned before, you need to keep that in mind. Obviously, the title, because of the template, was white, but when I created the text in the text editor, I chose green, just to show off the fact that you have to keep in mind that the text will not show up very well depending on the background color and the color of your text. So this is what a video email looks like when you use the generate link. I'm going to show you now what it looks like when it ends up in the email inbox, and it's a little bit different. So let's go ahead and go back here, and rather than clicking generate link, we're going to click send mail. And when we click send mail, we get another info box that says your email has been sent. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go and see in the email if we have actually received it. And there you go. So this is what it looks like when it ends up in the email inbox. And as you can see, very nice design. This could be a custom template. It could be a clone template, whatever it is you decide you want to use. But as you can see here, we decided to use the default template. And all you have to do is click on the play button, and the play button is going to take you to the web, and it's going to start playing the video.
Description in there, and click the save button. So as you can see, we're recording again.
Now from here, you have a couple of options, or the client has a couple of options.
Which is the pause option.
They can pause it and continue to play from where they're at. They can stop it, and it'll start all over again. They can go full screen, okay, and they can also scrub through it. So if they want, they can advance it to the area they want. The last thing they can do is they can change the volume. So if they want their speaker volume, computer volume up or down for whatever reason, they can actually change the volume on the video email itself, and that will allow them to adjust just the video email, not all the other sounds on their computer. So that's it. That is all there is to creating and sending a video email. Hope that helped. Be sure to look for other videos on how to create templates and other things that you can do with video email that we will have out there for you.